Hey everybody, Omega Alden plays Civilization 6 Gathering Storm continues with our Greece playthrough. This is another after-the-fact commentary. Unfortunately, episodes 3 and 4 both had mic issues, so it had to be done. But what are we doing right now? We're doing a little exploring with our scouts. We're trying to claim some turf in this little island beneath our continent. It's looking like a little juicy island. I'm happy to be able to settle there. Hopefully we can get I don't know. I think there's at least room for 2 good cities in there. There might be room for a third, but I think 2 is probably the right size. We got to deal with these barbarians over here. Silly quadrireme getting in our way, nearly killing our archer son, but he's okay. We got him back to safety. We need to get our boats back to safety too. It's dangerous out here. We're living in a very dangerous world. That's what I'm learning. Look at all these barbarians. Triple caution. We want a place where that warrior is. That's what I was highlighting with the mouse there. And then we want to obviously get down there, look around, and maybe get another settlement up like I was talking about. It's time to go try to meet Greece now that we can actually... No, wait. Meet Rome, sorry. We are Greece. That's obvious. Alright, quadrireme, we just need to fire at you from like a tile away so that you can't do anything. Or you just need to leave. Either way. We just need to not give you a ripe target by being on the coast. Gonna get our guy healed up. Couple turns for that campus. What are we looking at? We have the ability to build something in Athens.
Oh, my heart.
We managed to place our writer because we just finished our amphitheater. And yeah, we're getting 2 science, 2 culture, and 2 tourism. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but the great writers are nerfed as of the patch. They used to be 4 culture and 4 tourism, but they toned it back by 50%, which is pretty significant. Of a big change. We still haven't made a hoplite, so that's 4 air score available to us at some point. But right now I'm trying to focus on expanding as much as we can. Well, not super focused on it, but, you know, there's still some good spots to take, and I want to try to claim them before somebody else gets a chance. I've been thinking about... I don't think I do it in this video, but we need to at least get some... I probably need to take a time and get some walls put up, but we're getting other stuff, monuments, things that give us immediate benefits. Walls are just good for making sure we don't get caught off guard by a nosy neighbor who wants to ride up on us and cause us harm. So far, nobody seems to be aggressively moving their troops towards our continent or anything like that, so we're trying to just improve the area and expand. It could easily bite us if we, you know, if they happen to roll up on us quickly, though, so I am worried about that as a potential thing. These barbarians down at the bottom, there's a lot of them, so... Hopefully our friends can take care of it. But it's a nasty looking situation down there with barbarian hives of villainy. We could get a +3 harbor, or maybe that was a +1. I think there was only +3s. No good campuses. But yeah, we're just looking at what we can do here. I think we end up probably going for a harbor. There's just no great alternatives for no great spots for other adjacency bonuses. +3's not amazing, but it's respectable. And getting more trade routes will be important to us. Obviously, we're not doing too well. Oh, we got enough envoys to pick up a cod. Their Suzy status bonus is, I think, for avoiding walls for melee units. Not really beneficial to us right now, at least with what we've been doing and with our diplomatic strategy. We don't necessarily want to go too crazy with that. Oh, Lord. Four barbarian warriors over there. I think our warrior is in some trouble. What's going on, Rome? It's a pleasure to see you, sir. I would like to maybe pick up... I think we want to get open borders and try to explore into your territory, so would you be so kind as to trade with us first and foremost? I don't know why I was like, I want to trade my... Oh, that's right. So I tried to do this a couple times, I think, and I'm not positive. I don't realize it immediately right here, but I think that if I'm remember correctly, we had a Congress session that locked out coffee as a resource. I think that was the last thing that happened, and so when he didn't want to buy it there, I was confused, and I think I tried to sell it to other people before I actually remember that that coffee is locked out right now, not providing any amenities. So of course the AI is not wanting it. Dude, our warrior got wrecked. It's not surprising. I think we only saw 2 warriors when we were on the approach. There being a third one is what caused him to take a hard fall there. Our first settlement on Lemuria. Pretty happy with this. I think we're gonna build a theater square to the left at some point. There's I don't remember. It might be a +2 if we tried to build a campus there, but it's also a +2 theater, and it's probably our best spot for that theater. We're going for mercantilism first because it gives us access to putting lumber mills on jungles, and our production has been pretty bad. We have a decent amount of jungles, so I think it's a good combination to try to go there. That is delaying us getting our next government by some number of turns. It's not a ton, but, you know, it is slowing that down, so that's something you got to be cautious of. What do we have? So we have to deal with this barbarian threat, but we're building some builders. We just need to develop our area more and more. I would like to get Kilwa Kisawani for sure for the envoy bonus, but a lot of these things are taking a lot of turns, so I don't know if we're gonna have a chance at any of them in particular. We're gonna try though. We're gonna do what we can to try to pick some of these up. I notice now that Rome is friendly with us. Hopefully I don't remember if I actually remember to befriend them soon. But they have a good relationship to us right now, so hopefully I do. If not, hopefully they don't start hating us because of it. Chichen Itza is definitely what I want to get in this city. But I was also planning on getting the Colosseum, so I'm kind of like, you know, I'm distracted right now. I don't know what's best. But I think I really want to see a Chichen Itza now that we've got something like 6 rainforests available to us there. We have the opportunity to put lumber mills on them. They can be pretty strong. It's not something I normally go for, but I'd like to get it in this one if possible. So we're going to chop one of these trees, probably the left one, I think, to, I'm just talking about where we might place our stuff, so I think I end up going left and chopping, because that's where we end up, I believe, putting their Acropolis. And once again, we're putting Acropolises everywhere because we get that, I mean, not only is it just a good building for us, we also get that free envoy with it. With diplomatic favor being so important to us, that makes a pretty big difference. Liang now has the ability to make fisheries, or at least allow fisheries to be made. I guess she doesn't make them herself, but... Wilhelmina! That's good to see you, my friend. I wasn't sure that you were in this game. Oh, yeah, there we go. We noticed that Rome is friendly to us, so we picked that up. We need to try to trade with Wilhelmina. I think I tried to trade her the coffee again. And then when this is where I realized that, and I remember that that it's off limits because of the World Congress. That was a surprise vote for me. I remember that. Like that was shocking. I really didn't expect them to be downvoting things like that. It seemed like in the past they always upvoted things, so I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do as far as voting in line with everybody. Am I just gonna have to strong arm the votes? Am I going to be able to strong arm the votes? This is not a guaranteed win for us by any stretch of the imagination. As a matter of fact, I give the AI a lot more credit in the voting along company lines thing, because I don't know what they desire from these anymore. I guess I didn't have a super strong understanding of what they desired from World Sessions to begin with, but I could usually get them in my favor. But I wasn't needing to win every single one of them. I only wanted, few and far between. With this whole, you get a victory point for each successful vote, changes up the strategy, and I'm struggling to adapt. Hopefully, we can handle it. So those warriors, like, I think I'm looking to get either a quadrireme or something else down there. I need something on my side. A quadrireme would be nice because it's all warriors and they can't counterattack. I think a swordsman would be pretty effective in there. If we put the Acropolis down here, I think we could probably drop a campus on the side of it and get a +2 or something as well, and make our Acropolis a little better. So that city has, decent prospects. My Nubian queen is here. Yes, Samanito, it's good to meet you, my friend. Welcome to the game. How are you doing? I think your score is the highest out of everybody we know with 341, so you're doing well. Are you the #1 contender? I think you might be the #1 contender. She's also got coffee, which we can't do anything with. Let's see if she wants to trade some horses. No horses for iron. She, Oh! I really wanted to get, like, a more even trade for some iron to get a swordsman sooner. But that was an awful deal. It was like 33 gold per turn. What are you even thinking, my Nubian queen? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking iron's real good, and I agree with you. I don't know about 33 gold per turn good, but to each their own. So I think I'm talking about bringing our worker back over here, removing the improvement there and chopping that stone so we can drop probably another Acropolis out there. And now we're braving the Sea of Crete once again to try to deal with the barbarian menace. Hopefully that quadrillium does not stick around and bug us. It's not visible at the moment, so we have the chance. Trade delegation from Rome. Acceptable. Oh, Wilhelmina is friendly with us. We better take that opportunity and secure it. We need to start trying to send her a trade route, but we only have one trade route, and I don't even think we know where her cities are, so good luck with that. Her city is on the mini map over there, her capital, but we obviously don't have line of sight to it, which means no trade route, even if we were close enough. I have the money to upgrade to a crossbowman, but it would be 250 of our, like, 300 gold, and that's... I don't know if it's worth it. I was debating it. We're gonna save the money and use it for something else. I think I'm saving up for a quadrireme right now. Those are like 480 gold. Quadriremes are not super useful, but it is a heavily oceaned map. Lots of seafaring around. Having some naval units with us throughout the game will be beneficial, even if we're not at war with people. It helps secure areas and protect ourselves. Quadrireme is not very good, though. Never been a fan of the quadrireme myself. What it's probably, out of all military units, it might be the one I make the least. I'm trying to think. There's always pikemen and stuff as well. Those are pretty low on the totem pole for me. But quadrireme is definitely up there as a avoided military unit for 1 Omega Alden. You can get a +4 harbor there. I think we pointed that out last time. And I'm gonna chase it right now while we make room for our Acropolis. We found Jerusalem. That's not super beneficial to us, especially since it's got 8 envoys already to be able to take Susie's status from them. So we're looking for easy conquests as far as Susie's go. We don't want to be investing, 8 to 10 points just to secure it. That's too much of an investment. We want the low-hanging fruit right now, and we want as many of them as possible. That's our strategy. Oh, the quadrireme has returned. So I don't want to attack it with the warrior right there because the swordsman might, finish him off afterwards. I'd rather shoot it next turn and then finish the guy off. It should be fine. So we're looking at where to go. I really wanted to settle further down on that island, but with the barbarians there, it's problematic. I'm looking north of us right now to see if there's anything of interest. There's iron up there, and that would obviously be a potential spot in that area for an Amundsen Scott Research Center, but that's a very late game thing that we almost never get. And then the territory around Babylon is not amazing for us, so I'm just going to settle down here on this little 3-piece island. It's a little close to our town, but it's, it's pretty good. It's a reasonable location still. Turtles, crabs, a little bit of extra territory for us. It is cramping on another town's style, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna continue exploring, figure out what all this unknown territory is like. And here I'm just scared of these quadriremes. I want to deal with them, but I don't know how. Not with a galley. Like a single galley versus 2 quadriremes. A single galley versus a single quadrireme is usually in the favor of the quadrireme, I feel. At least if they're similarly leveled up. I look at Liang's abilities and then I think we pick up Reyna. Reyna's always a good get, but she needs some more investment and needs to be in a place with either a harbor or whatever to get effect as time goes on. I just sent her to one of my towns because it didn't really matter. Her base ability doesn't matter too much as far as I'm concerned. It's once you get like the double adjacencies for commercial and whatever, or gold based on population size, that the location matters more for her. We got rid of that barbarian menace. We got some rewards for it. I don't know why we're looking at Babylon's forces there. They've got swordsmen and whatnot. If I ever needed units, levying would obviously be a good choice. So if any sort of emergency happened, I'd want to do that. And here we're looking to place Chichen Itza, which I wish I could put it next to the theater square. I think I was highlighting that a second ago, but obviously you got to work with the tiles that are given. You can't plant a rainforest over there. But dude, why don't they let you plant woods? It'd be nice if they let you plant rainforest or start rainforest as like a late game tech thing. I think that would be, I would like to see them do that. But because there are reasons to have both, obviously. Like, imagine using conservation and throwing up a bunch of a bunch of rainforests to buff your Chichen Itza. That would be incredible. But I don't know. It's a pipe dream, I suppose. So we're going to move in closer to these guys, I think. I want to get a hit on them, but or get them to come after me where I can fight one at a time. I don't like that I have to approach them in a manner in which they can both attack me based on where they are. Like if one of them was in that tile where I currently am, it would have been better because then they would have only been able to counterattack with one. But my galley is brave and strong, and I am foolish. So I'm looking about getting a... thinking about getting an industrial zone over here. We also need housing, so I was thinking we could drop the aqueduct and then put an industrial zone next to it, get the benefit from this patch, which is aqueducts providing +2 as an adjacency bonus for those industrial zones, which makes aqueducts a little more interesting to me. Aqueducts is an almost never building for me, or district for me. Now it's a little more. I probably use industrial zones more than I should, even though I don't use them a ton. I don't think they're... Oftentimes I don't think they're worth the investment, but I don't nitpick over those things. Some people are a lot more about being fully optimal with everything, and I kind of just... I go with the flow. I build what I feel like building at the time. I'm not chasing the fastest victory in the world. I'm just chasing a W. So right now I think I'm just wondering if I should get rid of this if we want to actually do what I was talking about. And I pull the trigger. We chop that, get the library nearly done, and then lock in an aqueduct right afterwards. So yeah, I'm looking to build the aqueduct right there where that guy was, and then to the left of it, the industrial zone, to get like a +3 or 4 industrial zone over there. I think it's a 3 if you do it, but still, it's reasonable, and it'll get you 3 air score. So that's not bad. We cleared this spot because we wanted room for an Acropolis. Alcazars are interesting to me, though, in this case. Because there are a couple spots where I think Alcazars would be good, because they get you 2 culture, and then they get you half the appeal in science. So there are definitely a couple spots where I'm like, we should drop that. Not a ton. We don't have high appeal on many of our tiles. But we have it on a few. And getting that extra... I'm more happy about the science. Our culture is in very good standing. 20 horses for 4 gold per turn in open borders. I'll take that deal all day, every day. Well, maybe not all day, every day. In this game, I'll take that all day, every day. I don't really need horses. I definitely need money. Dude, our galley! The near dead. He's very sick. Get him back to heal. There's just been this builder hanging out over here. I keep thinking that he's gonna run away, but at some point I go chasing after him because I realize he's not running away. He's just gonna stay there as long as I don't mess with him. So here I'm looking at the breathtaking 2 culture, 2 science. I don't remember if I drop this here or if I put a mine down. I go with the Alcazar. I don't know. That place does need more production, so perhaps I should have dropped a mine there, but it's a pretty it's a pretty nice tile with the Alcazar there. There 2 food, 1 production, 2 culture. And 2 science. That's a pretty strong tile. So we bought our quadrireme, which is going to let us hopefully try to weaken these warriors and secure the land. We have enough iron to make a swordsman as well, but we don't have the money for it. Next turn we might have the money. I don't remember. I think we probably should upgrade him and send him down there if we're trying to secure the area properly. So it's listed as a +1 right now. Once the aqueduct goes up, it's at least a +2. It might be 2.5 because it's so I don't remember with the quarry there. Does the quarry provide a benefit? It's either going to be a +3 or a +4. But I don't remember offhand all the rules for the new industrial zone adjacency bonuses. I just remember that, dude, canals and whatnot, you can get some good adjacency bonuses to rival. Well, you're never going to rival a Hansa that's properly set up, but you can at least get something a little more respectable going if you're crafty with your placement, which is pretty cool. We do get our swordsman there, which is good. Omega, you gotta go chase that builder. It's free charges, man. It's free real estate. Go get it. I believe in you. He's got 3 charges left, so what are we looking to do right now? At some point, we really do need to go fix that, either fix or chop that stone. And it looks like I'm going to do one of the two right there. If we chopped it, we could get a little progress toward Kilwa Kisawani. If we improved it, we would also speed up the time it takes. So, either way, it's a good idea for him to run down there and do something. Our warrior's now doing a little exploration. I think I'm trying to decide, but I want him to go pick up, there's like 3 goodie huts on the continent, over by some of the city-states. There's 1 on the far left, and then there's like 2 in the north area. And I'd like him to go pick those up. Our settler's making it to his island. He'll be there in a few turns. That's good. The reach of my empire is something about Jupiter. So thank you for the kind words, Rome.
More science intervene.
Something about Jupiter to you as well, my friend. Bumblebee tuna. Alright, what are we doing now? We gotta deal with these barbarians, but they're staying away from my quadrireme. They understand the fault of the quadrireme is its single tile range. Let's take a look at where Niter is. We got Niter over in Denmark, 1 by us, and then 3 over here by Akkad. This area by Akkad, I think we were the first people to meet them. That means that area, I think, is a secluded piece of land. It'd be interesting to go settle over there. I would like to try to do that in the near future. Especially now that there's plenty of Niter in the area. Niter's not as valuable anymore, though. I don't remember exactly where they transitioned things, but not as many units use Niter. They spread it out more evenly among horses, iron, and Niter. Dude, getting the Forbidden City would be really good. We already have 1 free wildcard policy. Getting another one would be incredible. So, if we can get it, we would like it. We're wanting a lot of things right now, though. I'm getting a little unfocused, I feel like. I'm sitting here like, I want Kilwa, I want Chichen Itza, I want the Forbidden City. Well, of course you do. They're great. You can't have everything in the world. You gotta focus. You have to put your mind to something achievable and go towards that, and not just chase every pretty thing out there. You know? It's a metaphor. The Khmer have been ravaged by natural disaster. So we're gonna try to participate in this and hopefully win. But the AI is really good at spending money, so it's an uphill battle. But we're gonna participate. We're gonna send our friend some gold per turn to try to join in the festivities. Feeling like an AI, I'm gonna go give him 5 gold and 5 gold per turn. I think they like to do that. They're like, here's 3 gold or 5 gold and 3 gold per turn. But I'm doing 5 and 5. Because that is the way Pericles lives his life. Alright, let's continue exploring, my friend. We found The Hague. Nobody get up to any war crimes. Alright? We don't want to get sent to The Hague. Just keep it cool. We have a builder with 5 charges. We're looking to speed up this Chichen Itza. There are plenty of woods around for us to potentially chop with Magnus being involved. But our production is pretty weak here, 14.7. I don't know. We're going to remove this and then I'm going to gauge. But yeah, that didn't buy us a whole lot. What we really need to do is just drop lumber mills, I think, on our existing forests to speed it up. Any woods we have in the future that are lumber milled, we can take workers once we get conservation. We can chop the old woods and then replant it and re-lumber mill it. So we can get benefit from chopping it later. We don't need to get it right now. With our quadrireme and swordsman ready, I'm feeling pretty confident about what we can do there. 25 turns for Kilwa. We're thinking about whether we improve this or chop it. Especially, so after the removal of the tree on the last one, I was sitting there like, maybe I should just fix it. But I'm gonna try to chop it in this case. We do need to improve more of our tiles. That's a big thing for making these things go faster. We got our next writer, I believe, just now. So 41 turns with the current state. If we drop a lumber mill, it changes to... We're going from 14.7 to... We'll be putting down like 2 more productions, so... It should be a pretty decent drop. 41 to 36. 5 turns cut off. That was, I think, more than the chop, so I probably should have just... Even with Magnus there, I probably should have just lumber milled the first one. But... I thought the chop was going to be a little more effective.
At night there was.
Especially with Magnus involved, like I said. I believed in him. I was a believer. Now I'm not a believer. Magnus, you failed me. You have failed me, sir. Nah, you're cool. It's all good. You do keep our population alive when we build settlers, so you have other uses. I'm just looking at which tiles we're using to see whether improving them or whatever is more effective. It's down to 20 turns, so it was a minor improvement, but it wasn't anything great. Upgrading the tile probably would have been a little better, but it is what it is. Well, I don't know when stone gets its upgrade, because stone is still one of them that's, or quarries are... take a while to get as good as like mines. They're not improved anywhere near as fast as mines are.
In a market economy.
Mercantilism. That gets us the ability to start working on our lumber milling of jungle, which is nice. That's a new thing from the patch. We lost progress. We were trying to build Kilwa Kisawani and we were unable to. Getting the Taj Mahal would be an adequate replacement for it, although it's still going to take 34 turns. We build it right next to that Acropolis, though. That Acropolis will get a lot better, so we're gonna put it down and hope for the best. 36 turns? Oh yeah, because we couldn't use that tile we were where we placed it. And I am gonna chop this out of here because I'm a madman. I've lost my mind. I should have just left it improved, I think. But I'm a creature of habit. I feel like improving the tiles right now is better in my current situation. Not all the time, but in my current situation with production yields as they are for me. I think that lumber milling my stuff is a better idea. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And old habits die hard. With a vengeance. Continued exploration over there is nice. We've almost reached our first goody hut of the 3 that seem to... I think there might be 4 up there, actually. We're almost to 1, and then I think there's 3 in the north.
I don't underrate.
So there's a lot of good stuff to get for us there, hopefully. Although I don't know what type of benefits you get. Like, it'd be nice to get, what, builders or something? But they could just toss us faith or something like that, which we wouldn't be too thrilled about. We're 10 points away from an era score, and I don't remember. Or from a golden era. And I think we hit the 9 turns thing a second ago. We're somewhere within the end of the era is what I'm trying to get at. And we're 10 points away right now. So we have to keep that in mind and try to make it work if we can. What do we have? We have 8 turns until that industrial zone is made. That should be 3 era score. I am chasing that friend down now. Picking this up, that's an era score. How can your people attain the divine without examples of divinity? I mean, I don't know. We can achieve a very interesting time. We got writing, we've got theaters out there, you know. We're putting on shows. Maybe we have examples of the divinity there, and you're just being a jerk about it because you don't agree with how we're approaching things. You ever think about that to come here? Probably not. 2 more envoys don't get us anything right now, but they are appreciated. Just doing some upgrades, trying to get this builder on my side. So we could do a 2 culture, 2 science thing, but I go for the mine here because we are, you know, actively trying to get a lot more production in our capital. There's still that mine up there, but we ran out of charges. That's why I really want this builder to hook us up. Can you just hook us up, my friend? 20 Niter. Wait, that didn't even give us an era score, did it? I thought Goody Huts always gave you an era score. I think we were at 62, so I don't think it did. I might be confused. That's possible. It's definitely happened before. Alright, 5 turns until the next session. I didn't see how many turns until the next era, but it's imminent. We do have the option of getting a hoplite for 4. That would cost us 260 gold. We're getting a +3 industrial zone right there, which should be 3 era score for us, so that's 7. And then we might be able to get that, depending on how close that barbarian hut is, that might be 3 era score for us as well. So I think I just counted it. I'm like, look, if we can lock these things in, then we've got we've got this this golden age thing handled. But nothing's for sure right now. We are at 88 science per turn, which is second place. Nubia is at 124. In third place is Saladin, and then tied for... Wait, not tied for... It's just... I thought... I read Scythia's and Rome's as both being 58, but 58, 38, and then 31 from the Khmer. Wait, no, there's two 58s in the middle. I see now. I read 3 58s in a row. Rome and the Netherlands are tied for, I guess, 4th place, I think. We are keeping up with the gold task, but we're going to send him some more to try to... That's not how you do it. You got to actually send him stuff. You can't be asking for gold when these things are going on. But our science situation is pretty good. We're in second for science per turn. Our cultural position is great at 163 per turn. The next best is 47 from Rome. Wow. You guys are in some trouble. But the competition, yeah, they're not quite double us, but they have maybe 40% more than us right now. Not 40%, like 80%. So we're gonna have to try to send more money that way. I don't know. I don't think it's an aid request we're gonna be able to win, but it's 2 points if we do manage it. And if we at least place high, we get a bunch of diplomatic favor. As far as the overall thing goes, Amanita is at the top of both culture and science. And since we're blasting past everybody in culture, I feel really good about that. And our science is second. We're in the middle of the pack with 340, but we're only 53 points behind Amanita, who's at the top with 393. Cultural victory, we have the lowest denominator, so we're rocking it. We're not obviously going for that, but making sure that other people have a tough time is important. Religious victory, yeah, that's it. And then diplomacy, whatever. We're not getting points. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Like the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And I'll catch you guys next time. Later.